Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are streaming with One Divine. And on today's series, today's topic, we are going to be talking about how you can tap into your creativity. Okay? Women need to be creative. Okay? We make the world go around. On a serious note, we make the world go around, okay? We are very knowledgeable. We hold a lot of wisdom. And we hold a lot of creativity, y'all, okay? Don't be sleeping on yourself. We can't be sleeping on ourselves, all right? We got to get up. We got to get up. We got to wake up. Get our mindset going, get our brains going. Figure out what can we create today, tomorrow, and for a lifetime. We have to know how to tap into our creativity, okay? That's whether if you want to pick up a hobby on painting, writing, reading. It's so much you can go do, okay? You can go be at a farm, learn how to volunteer and go take care of the farm animals. You can learn tech. You can learn it's so crocheting. Like, it's so much that we can learn today. Pick up a skill. Women need skills, okay? We don't need okay? We don't need BBLs. We don't need big bums. We don't need mimosas. We don't need to go out to the club and go party. What we need is a skill. Those things are wants. Those are not desirables. Those are not needs. Those are wants. I'm not saying you don't have to go do that stuff. I'm not saying you don't need it as far as you don't do what you want. You do what you want, but you don't need it, okay? So let's make sure we know what we need, what we want, and what we desire. Things that you need are like things that we almost just we just sacrifice it all, okay? We need that. We're gonna sacrifice it, or just whatever, you feel me? But the things that you desire, I don't know if you have watched this show Lucifer, and when it might sound bad, but if you watch Netflix, go watch Netflix and you watch Lucifer, okay? And in his show, he always asks the people, what do they desire? And when he asks them that, their true desire, their true deep gut feeling, comes out. It straight up comes out. The things that's deep down in your gut is really what you desire. What do you desire? Get down in there and figure out what do you desire, okay? We gotta get creative. We have to tap into what can we do today. Okay, say if I don't know how to wash a damn dish at all. I don't know how to wash dishes, okay? Well, let's say that. I don't know how to wash dishes. But who says that I can't learn? Who said that? We got TikTok, we have YouTube, and we have human beings, okay? We have human beings. So, with that being said, there is no excuse to why maybe I don't know how to wash dishes, right? Right. It sounds very silly. So, what I need to go do is I need to go get my butt up and go learn this skill on how to wash dishes, okay? So, we shouldn't keep having excuses on why we can't do this, why we can't do that. Some stuff, don't say you can't do it. Just leave it on the back burner and just say, I'm gonna lay you right here. That's it. I'm gonna lay you right here. That ain't saying I can't do it. That ain't saying I'm not gonna do it. And that ain't saying unnecessary stuff. You feel me? You're gonna write it down. You're gonna think about it, and you're gonna say, I'm gonna lay it here. Okay? Because what the thing is we have the power in the tongue, the power in our voices. So what we say, the way we act, is it consequences on what things come back to us, right? Right. So, with that being said, learn a great skill that can benefit you in life and benefit you, as in for yourself. Okay? So, now I'm freestyling these, and my children are getting me off guard. But that's the thing right there, distractions. You gotta know how to just stay focused and keep going. Like, if you know you want to do something, you want to figure something out, you want to learn something, you want to get into a skill, and you just want to tap into your creativity, it's there. You definitely know it's there. You know your creativity is there. You just don't know how to bring it out. And you don't know what to do. And that's okay. That's definitely okay, because I'm telling you, I get so creative. And I'm just like, dang, why am I so creative? Because now it's just like, I don't know what to do no more. Because I'm so creative and I'm now so overwhelmed, right? So it's to the point where I get so creative to the point where it ain't helping me, because like, okay, what am I supposed to do with all this creativity? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? So that gets in the way. You start to overthink, and a lot of things start to overcome you. Then you procrastinate, and then it's just like, damn, we got them. Procrastination and got over me. The fear and got over me. And we let them win. So procrastination, fear has become the defense, and they whipped our asses as the offense. So now we're stuck, and we're trying to figure out, like, okay, what do I do now? And you have to know how to bring yourself out of dark position. You have to know how to bring yourself out of overthinking and getting yourself off focus. I'm very easily distracted. So when I find myself being and getting off track, I really try to, like, okay, girl, straighten up. Let's focus, okay? So it's like, I understand how it is when you really just want to do something and you just don't know what the hell to do. So I completely get it. But the thing is, you're never going to do it if you don't even get up and even try to do it. We can say we want to do things all we want to, but actions speak louder than words, okay? Somebody tell you sorry, you're like, I don't want to hear it. Your actions speak louder than what you're saying. So that goes for a lot of things. Don't just say that to the person who hurt you or whatever like that. We're not saying that. We need to say that for everything. The words and the actions are very different, and them actions speak louder than the words. So we can say we're going to do something or we want to, but the actions need to follow up with what we're saying. So if we want to learn the skill, if we want to learn a new hobby, if we want to learn a new major, master something, master anything, we need to learn how to take actionable steps and get into the motion of, okay, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do next? Let me at least start. Like, the first thing that comes in your mind when you want to do something. So, okay, for example, like, I am starting a whole new journey for a lot of things. So I've been very, very active. So I'm going to use what I've been doing for an example. And I was just so lost, like, what do I search? So say if you want to be a book writer or any of that type of thing, or, an artist, a painter, what, like, you gotta think of some questions. Some questions have to pop up in your head. What do I need to start writing my first book? What do I need to do to start selling my first painting? Like, you have to figure out how to generate your mind into asking questions. You cannot be that blank in your mind where you don't even get not one lick of question in your brain. Okay? if you do, we need to work on that. I know we draw the blanks sometimes. I know. Trust me, I know. Because I draw a blank a lot of times. And I'm like, what do I do? Trust me, I get it. But when you really want to learn something, you want to do something, you have to get up on YouTube. You have to get up on Google. Search. Even if you don't know what to search what you're thinking. Book reading, okay? I mean, creating a book. Type that in Google. Create a book. You already know Google is going to generate so much things. So get an inspiration of what they generated you throughout your search. And you'll say, okay, this is what they gave me in the search. Now let me figure out what other question they need to ask them about. Most likely, if I ask them to create a book or something like that, they're probably going to pull up an article on how to create a book, how to So, I mean, you're going to have to generate your mind to know how to generate questions. And this is why a lot of women get stuck on a lot of things, because we don't know how to ask questions. And we don't know how to ask the right questions. So, when you learn how to ask the right questions, and when you learn how to figure out a skill, you are the bomb, girl. Learn them skills, generate your mind, and learn how to become, like, what am I trying to say? Like, learn how to become that woman that she just knows what she wants. Like, I know at sometimes where as women we get down to a point where sometimes we just don't know what the hell we want. We don't. But at all times we can't do that, y'all. We can't. We gotta know what we want sometimes. And sometimes we have to use our brains. We really have to put our brains to work. That's what they're there for. They're not there to sit in our big heads to look pretty, to chill. Okay? We need our brain to monitor us through life. Okay? So don't use it when you want to go search through somebody's phone or something like that. But then when it's time to put in the work, you don't want to put your mind to it. No, put your mind to it when it's needed, and leave the nonsense alone. And that's why you are so unclear, because you're so focused on the nonsense. When it's time to be clear, and when it's time to take actionable steps on something that you really need to do, you can't do it. So, leave the nonsense alone. And I'm talking shade room, I'm talking drama, I'm talking the irritating ass friends that they got life in them. They don't know what they want to do with their life. They don't know. They're not doing nothing with their life. And you can tell, and they showing you and giving you signs that they don't want to do nothing with their life. Leave them alone. If you know you want to do something with your life, go another path. You're supposed to be over here. You're supposed to be far, far, far over here learning this skill that was set for you to learn. Look, I've found so many skills and creative ideas that I can do. Okay, like, I really thought I was going to be doing hair. And the universe said, no, you're not. You're more creative than that. As much as I love hair, as much as I wanted my own salon, I had it planned out. All my life, I dreamed of doing hair, having my storefront, the whole shebang. The whole shebang. And as I grew older, try to build clientele. I got clients from here, not many as I dreamed of, desired of, but there were clients that were coming in, and it wasn't working. It was not working, child. My heart will break will break, will break, will break, will break, will break, will break. And my heart is still breaking because that is what I wanted to do. I was stuck on a dream, a idea, a creative skill that I wanted to stick with, and that was not the passion or the path that was set up for me in life. So you also need to figure out your purpose in life. Once you figure out your purpose in life, you're going to tap into your creativity, and it's going to be like, dang, I gotta do that. Like, you're gonna feel so great once you tap into, why am I here? Why am I here on earth? What is my purpose here on earth? I need to know that, because if I feel like I don't have no purpose on here, on this planet, then I have no reason to live. I have no reason to do this or do that. Like, don't think like that. But when you feel like you don't know your purpose, you sometimes start to think like that. At least a lot of people do. So if you do, don't do that. Figure out what is your purpose. Figure out what you love to do and get into it. If you love pottery, I love pottery. I love everything, anything art. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And if I could touch every bit of art out there that I can, I'm going to figure out what type of art I love. So, you know how you have pottery, but then you also have fluid art, but then you also have digital painting. Like, you have all these type of different painting styles. So what I would do is get into all of them. Get into the ones that I can get into. And I'm going to figure out which ones I don't even like. Boom. Problem solved. I don't like doing this. Problem solved. Alright. Next thing. Let's move on. Learn to move on. If something ain't working for you, move on. It is okay. Everything's not going to work out in your favor. And that's why I move through life just so peacefully. Because I know everything is not going to work in my favor. And I'm very, very understanding of that. So I just go with the flow. And people might look at me like, girl, you don't need to be going with the flow. You need to be doing a plan. You need to be doing this. You need to be, setting up a plan, setting up a structure, setting up... Look, everything ain't for a routine. Everything is not for a routine. Sometimes going with the flow, just going with it, it's just all it needs. Going with the air, just going with it. Sometimes the air blowing this way, sometimes the air blowing that way. Go with the flow. Everything don't need a routine. And that's why a lot of people can't tap into their creativity, because they feel like life is a routine. They have to wake up at this time, they have to do this at this time, they have to do that at that time, and then when I want to go do something, I don't have no time to do what the hell I want to do, right? So forget that. Sometimes you have to step out of your routine. You have to step out of your comfort zone to figure out what is your purpose. What do you love to do? What is your hobby that you want to get into? If you want to go do Pilates, child, go do Pilates. Oh, I don't got time though. I gotta go do this and go do that and go do that. Girl, if you don't go take that out of your schedule and go do your Pilates like you wanted to. You wanted to go do that. You always wanted to go do Pilates. You always wanted to go do a certain type of class. Go do it. That other thing that you got on your list probably every day, every other day, every week, every month can wait. Or shorten it up. You go over here for a whole hour. Okay, well today they're going to get 30 minutes of me. And I'm going to go, my other 30 minutes, I'm going to go do this for me today. You have to learn how to say no. You have to learn how to figure out where I can give myself space to tap into my creativity. Okay, y'all staying with me? Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Like, figure out your purpose. Don't put yourself in a box where you feel like you can't be creative. And get yourself out of a routine. Like, life is not a machine. Sometimes things need, I'm not going to say chaos, but sometimes things need to be out of order so you can figure out how to put the pieces back together. You get what I'm saying? This don't go for everything, but like how I'm saying how the journey with me on trying to take on my hair business, it was chaos. It was chaos. But if it wasn't chaos, I wouldn't let it go. I would have kept trying, but then eventually I would let it go. But to the point, it was really hard to let go. So learning to let go, to tap into your creativity, learning to say no so you can give yourself room to tap into your creativity. And I just really want you to take this video and use this as an inspiration to really go off and go search something to learn. Every night or every other day, I am somewhere figuring out, what can I learn today? I am learning how to paint this. I am learning how to write this. I am learning how to do this, do that. Like, I'm everywhere because I want to be creative. Women need to tap into their creativity. And if you have a safe space, a safe home, a safe environment, you're going to want to tap into your creativity. Even if you don't know how to draw and you love to color, you love to do word search, go to Dollar Tree, get you some word search books, coloring books, and find a space in your home and get the coloring. Listen to your music, listen to some poetry, listen to some frequency music, and like really just tap into that inner child. Like, that inner child in you really needs that nurturing. They really need to express their hobbies. So say if you always love to paint, you always love to draw, and as you being young, you never really got to tap into that. So you don't know that you really have that skill. You knew when you were young, you loved to draw and stuff like that, but you didn't really feel like it was a skill. So now that you're older, you can really take the time and the space to learn the skill again and learn if this is something that you can do. So even if as a young person you didn't even know you can do it, you can get into fashion design, interior design. If you didn't even know you can do that type of stuff, like I said at the previous beginning of the video, you have YouTube, Google, and other humans, and digital products now, courses, ebooks. Like, it's 2024. We have no excuse. It is so many learning materials out in the world for us today that we have no excuse to why a lot of women have no skill. So there is no excuse to why women have no skill. We have digital products, we have YouTube, we have Google, and I just came across a free digital book website called PDF Drive. There is no excuse to why you are not skilled as a woman or have not picked up an extra skill or a new skill as a woman to tap into your creativity. women need to create. You need to tap into your creativity, and you need to figure out what the hell can you do, okay? And even if you tap into it, you do it a little bit and you don't like it, so what? You did it, you experienced it, and sometimes we just need to experience things. We don't need to master it. We don't need to lean on it forever. Sometimes in life we go through things so we can experience it. So if you tap into your creativity and you no longer like it, you no longer want to, do it anymore, let it go. Let it go. Okay? You did it, you experienced it, and now you have that skill hanging on your belt that you at least experienced something. So don't be afraid to experience things. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And things get uncomfortable. You gotta learn how to stop. You gotta learn how to stop trying to comfort yourself all the time. Sometimes things ain't easy and everything ain't straightforward. You're gonna have to go through some highways, some storms, some snowstorms, some sunny days. It's gonna happen. You're gonna go through seasons. So keep pushing, experience, learn the skills, because women need skills. Tap into it.